her daughter, gladly.
Mateo, thank you. As she mentioned, Corina Siwachmali Herrera Loera, it's an honor to be here in front of Dolores Huerta. Thank you for being here. I also want to call on all the people and all those that I represent. The people of the Huichol from Zacatecas, Mexico, my mother, Marta Herrera and Jose Luis Herrera, and all those I represent here. As she mentioned, the calling on all the directions of the 7 directions, the east, the direction of the men, we need that balance, right? So I appreciate all the men here and all the men that support us and that bring harmony into this earth. And then all the direction of the west, the women, life givers, those of us who get up every morning, make sure our children are fed, make sure that our homes are taken care of, make sure that they're warm, make sure that dinner's on the table, make sure that we go to work, and all those things, all the things that Dolores, thank you as a woman that you've held down for us. The direction of the north, all of our ancestors, those who have passed on, all the ones that we represent. The direction of the south, all the children, thank you children for being here. My daughter Siglali here, taking on these roles, we do our best as parents and as adults, to set a good example for them, so that they can continue with this. And then all the directions, our Father Son that wakes up every morning and warms us up and gives us sun rays, Mother Earth who provides for us, who shelters, with her trees, with the food, and embraces us and holds us up as we walk on her gently. I represent here today Calpolito Naleque. We were honored to host Mexica New Year last week here at Emma Park in this community. Thank you for allowing us to share this space with you all. We invite you to come and practice with us every Wednesday at the Mexican Heritage Plaza right down the street. This next Wednesday we are honored to have Maestro Solocoa here hosting a ceremony, a fire ceremony, so you're more than welcome to come. We're there every Wednesday. And with that, also, thank you for coming here to Somos Mayfair on behalf of the board. Recently one of the newest members of the board here. Very proud for Somos and everything they're doing in the community, the walkouts we had that the children led. Happy and honored to be a part of that movement as well, that Dolores, you set before us, and that hopefully we're making you, proud, and that, anytime you need to jalarnos los orejas, we're here. Let us know. I'm willing to learn, and thank you for all the teachings you left us. Mateo.
Well, I'm very happy to be here with you and to celebrate International Women's Day. And it's really interesting that all over the world se celebra International Women's Day, except here in the United States of America. In Spain, the women went on a 24-hour strike. Todas las mujeres salieron en huelga por 24 horas en España to talk about the abuses against women. And we know that this is one of the things that we have to continue to fight for until we see the day that women are treated equally as men, okay? And so I think that this great movement now, the Me Too movement, It's Time movement, es un paso in the right direction. And I know that when we're walking today, we're going to be remembering all of the women that have been abused, the women who have been killed, our transgender women who have been killed, our LGBT sisters that have been killed, So we're going to keep them in our minds and in our prayers as we march. And the other thing, you see I'm wearing green today. I know we're supposed to be wearing red, okay? But I'm just wearing this green because as we march, remember, there was a group of Irish in Mexico, the San Patricios, right? The San Patricios are Irish men that were sent to Mexico to fight against the Mexicans in the revolution. And guess what? When they got there, they said, no, these people are like us. Es nuestra gente. And they jumped sides and they marched and they actually fought with the people in the revolution of Mexico when they were fighting for their democracy and freedom. So let's remember them also as we march today and say a silent prayer, because they were all hung right there in Mexico City where everybody could see them once they were caught. So we'll remember them also in our prayers, and all of our martyrs also, okay? The Farm Worker Union martyrs, Nan Friedman, a young Jewish woman, Nachi Taipala, a Muslim, Juan de la Cruz, a Catholic, Rufino Contreras, and Rene Lopez. and all of our other Rubén Salazar, no, all of the martyrs that we have had for our movement, and the people that have been killed in Latin America that are fighting for environmental justice. So we have a lot to pray for, and as was said earlier, well, we're not just walking. You know, I call when we do a march, it's a prayer in motion, no? Es un rezo en moción. So we are praying at the same time that we're marching, and we're going to be setting up that good energy. And believe me, the energy that we put out there will come back to us 1,000,000 times, no? Con bendiciones, con blessing. So thank you very much for being here, and vamos a seguir marchando, vamos a seguir luchando, okay? And in the long run, vamos a ganar, okay? And when we see with the dark time that we're living in, we are bringing the light. Estamos trayendo la luz. And remember the words of Pablo Neruda, lo que dijo Pablo Neruda. They can cut all the flowers, but they can't hold back the spring, right? Pueden cortar todas las flores, pero no pueden detener la primavera. And who is the spring?
We are!
Who is the spring?
We are!
Okay, and we can never forget that. So no matter how big the obstacles look, we know that we, the people, have the power. And so I'm going to ask you the question. I'm going to ask you the question, who's got the power? And I want you to say, we've got the power. And when I say what kind of power, I want you to say the people power, okay? Can we say that? Let's go. Who's got the power?
We got the power!
What kind of power?
People power!
Are we going to go out there and sow the seeds of justice so that we can bring that spring back 1,000,000 times stronger than the dark side, okay? So I'm going to answer the question. Are we going to do that? Are we going to keep doing that? Keep marching, keep sowing the seeds of justice. And by the way, tomorrow there's going to be a canvassing, and Wendy Greenfield is going to be telling you about that. And so we want you to volunteer, going door to door to preach the words of justice, okay, and peace, okay? So tomorrow there's going to be a very important canvass. See, please come and volunteer. So again, are we going to go out there and work for justice? What do we say? ¿Se puede o no se puede?
Sí, se puede!
Okay, let's do it with an organized hand clap. Sí, se puede.
Sí se puede! Sí se puede! Sí se puede! Sí se puede! Sí se puede!
Muchas gracias. And I'm sorry I can't join you, but I got to go catch a plane, okay? Because I've got to go to Los Angeles for a fundraiser for my foundation, for the Dolores Huerta Foundation. Thank you.
Hola, me llamo Sandra Mata y soy parte de Jóvenes Activos, y yo más te queremos agradecer por todo lo que haces para no nomás para las mujeres, pero para nuestra comunidad y nuestra cultura. Has dejado una huella en mi corazón, y también a los jóvenes. La quiero bien mucho, la admiro, y una de las muchachas, dos de las muchachas van a leerle a todos unas experiencias. Muchas gracias.
Buenas tardes, my name is Catherine Mata. I'm part of Jóvenes Activos, and we organize here in the Mayfair community and the east side of San Jose. Organizing as a young Chicana leader in mi comunidad has its ups and downs from not being taken seriously because I am a young woman involved in making a change in my community. Seeing how men were always praised for their actions, but women were expected to stay home and have a meal ready for them. Machismo is a great issue in my home, in my community, even though every woman I knew was a great leader fighting for their children's education. Growing up in school, they would teach us about all these white people, but I would never connect with them. But they never taught us about Dolores Huerta and all the great things that she did. I researched and learned how she gave up her job as a teacher to help organize the farm workers, and later on helped create the National Farm Workers Association. This is why we need ethnic studies in our schools and learn all about the brown leaders and all the histories that they made. Dolores has inspired me to better my community and help stop machismo. And thank you for all the great things that you have done and help inspire other girls. And this is why I will continue to organize in my community to fight for better education in our schools, have ethnic studies, and also help young girls get their voices heard. Wait, Kathy. Hola, me llamo Betsaida Silva. I am a part of Jóvenes Activos. I organize because I am speaking for women who are scared to speak up, and that's why I am a voice in my community. I have been experiencing machismo since the age of 3 when my dad left me because of domestic violence. When I was 5, I got raped. When I was 12, I got raped again, and none of those 2 guys went to jail. When I was 15, I overdosed on medication because I have been going to therapy since I was 5, and none of those therapists have helped me, and I felt like I was alone. Because of machismo, my life has been affected really bad mentally and physically. A role model that I have in my life and that has been through so much but still keeps fighting is my mom. She has been a single mother since 1998 when my older brother was born. She suffered domestic violence since she was a little girl. She has 4 kids and not once has she ever gave up. Or not once. She has lost her job, a home to live in, but you will never see her not smiling. I come to Somos Mayfair because I don't want my mom to be scared anymore. When I was a little girl, my mom was scared to ask for help. Because whoever she asked, they would say no. This is why I want machismo to stop. No. This is why I want machismo to stop, and that's why I am a voice in my community.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you very much for the beautiful words. Okay, and don't give up, girl. Okay, keep doing all the right things. And if you want to, I have to catch you for you.
Shove me over there after. Now, go with this. Go with this. Go with this.